Hello, Stashinians. I cut Mike off right there at the beginning. He was okay. You know what? It's time to go live. It's time to see these people. I know he said something about he pulled his Yosagi out or something. I don't know what it was. Just gonna nod your head, yeah. Pulled your Yosagi. If you didn't get it on the Facebook page, Mike has a picture of his prize. He was a grand prize winner. It came fragile, and he had an opening. There it is, right there. He's gonna show it.
They shoved that bitch in the mailbox. Fucking fragile. No, it shipped all right.
He got his.
They have it graded as an 8.0.
You didn't have that book?
No. Not even in my first collection.
Nice. I got something on my TV, on my screen, but it's my earbud sticking out of my fat head.
Your guys' knowledge of Usagi is, but mine came from the Turtles. That's how I knew him.
Right. That's how I knew him too, and it was after it was the action figure too. It wasn't even a comic. For
yeah.
That.
But his for reading me that book, but yeah, I knew. I got a book for you, Double S.
I got a calendar somewhere here for him. This for 2017. I think I got it. Wasn't he the one who was wanting the calendar?
He wants everything.
He's always bitching about a calendar.
What was that guy's name that always wanted the books we blasted?
Captain Dadpool? Was that Captain Dadpool?
No, it was somebody else.
But he was always, you blast it? Send it to me. Send it to me. Is that the guy who worked for the post office, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd have forgotten that guy's name. Unfortunately. Nope. Yeah, I know he kept wanting our blast. But you could, the books we do blast, you could go over check out Joe's auction. I'm sure he has a lot of the books that he blasts over there on that auction. You can get them cheaper. You can get them for starting at $1, right? I think that's the auction. That's what it starts at, right?
I'm putting one together now, actually. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Make sure you follow Joe on all his social medias too to get updates on that, as well as our Facebook page. I think he throws links in there too, so definitely go check those out if you want to get some of the books that we blast, or maybe even some of the stash. I don't know. You sell your stashes on there too?
Sometimes, if I don't want to keep them, just because I like something doesn't mean I want to keep it.
Yeah. No, it's been married for a while. Same thing. I hear you.
That's right.
She doesn't watch anymore. We lost that fan a long time ago.
Right now.
Are you? Okay. You go ahead and call her right now. Let's see what he has to say. Put it on speaker there, Mike.
I can't. Mighty LJ? I don't know where I'm tired.
Yeah, you're tired. But let's talk about, before we jump into the comics, Mike, what do you got?
What do I got?
What else have you been doing this week?
What
else? You been watching any movies, TV shows? What If?
I watched What If, thought it was amazing. Animation slick in that. You guys see it?
I watched it, yeah. Do you watch that, Joe?
Not yet.
Yeah, the animation slick. Hey, Miss So made it.
Yeah. We got a bigger ratio female to male in our audience right now, for sure.
I thought they were all female.
Double S is not going to appreciate that comment.
Yes, he will. He likes when I talk dirty to him.
I know he does. That animation is kind of that shaded cell or shell shaded, kind of like what's the name of that game? There's the video game. God dang it! Back Borderland. It's kind of like the Borderlands look to it. Yeah, there we go, little Mr. Handjob robot.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I have no clue what's wrong with me. I have not been diagnosed yet. But yeah, I thought it was really, really cool. I love the whole scene when she first takes on that first truck and like gives it a suplex almost. You know, so she dumps down and hits that truck and flips it over her shoulder. That was pretty badass. They actually had a lot of action in it too, really. So I thought it was really good. Looking forward for some more, definitely.
What if the What If comics, have been one of my favorites all these years. So, um, I wish they go from book to book and just do animation on them. Yeah.
What if?
Double S. What if?
Usagi Ojimbo. That's a what if. That's a Blastin or Stashin what if episode right there. Anything else? Watch anything else?
No. Wait, I didn't. I wasn't on last show, but Suicide Squad, which
I did finally see that,
which I thought was very mediocre.
I enjoyed it.
I'm kind of same thing, mediocre, but better than the first one.
Nah.
So, yeah. I hate to break it to you. Yeah. Misso said she finally what if looks good. Hadn't seen it yet. Saw Suicide Squad, and finally Snyder's Justice League. Yep, definitely some good comic book worthy stuff. What about you, Joe? Anything else you've been watching this week? Reading, listening to?
No.
Thank you for that update.
No, I've been kind of busy. Things are opening here in Virginia, so I'm backed off to all my meetings and then working in the Evil Lair and then reading comic books. So by the time I go to bed at night, I'm tired.
On Tuesday, so I went camping this last weekend, and on Tuesday I came back. I wasn't feeling so good. I woke up with a bad headache, so I just stayed home from work. And I was sitting on the couch.
You're one of those? You get a headache, you stay home?
Oh, my nugget hurts. Yeah, I just did that. I was trying to find something to watch just to kind of lose a little bit. And I started watching Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman from like 1997.
Why?
That's pretty.
I don't know, dude. It's so bad. It's so dated. I think I got like 8 episodes in too, though. So, but it is so bad. I watched that. What else did I watch? The What If. Got a new tattoo. Did that on Tuesday. That's why we didn't go live last Tuesday. Is because it took a little longer at the tattoo parlor than I thought it was going to. So we ended up postponing until next Tuesday. So.
Are you going to show the tattoo?
I got that tattoo right there. It's hard to get my wrist around like that. But yeah, there it is. That's what tattoo.
You didn't have a problem in Chicago getting your wrist around it.
Oh my God! Now I got a target on my wrist. Let's jump into the comics. Let's get off this train that we're rolling down.
Favorite shirt on too. God damn!
I got my Brony shirt on. Yeah, dude. My workout shirt. Gonna go work out after we're done here talking about comics, being lazy. So what we do on this show is we buy the comics that come out Comic Book Wednesday or Tuesday if DC guy. We give them a read. We blast the books we hate. We stash the books we like, and we talk about them a little briefly here and there. Throw some dad jokes in there, some appropriate on double entendres. Who knows where it's going to take us? So definitely in the chat. If you got something you want to spout off about, please do so. You want to say a book was great, please say so. You want to say it was bad, go ahead. Let us know. If the book that came out this week, you want to know what we thought of it, make sure you throw it in chat. Say, hey, did you guys read this? And we'll try to make that a priority and throw it in next. So let's jump into the books this week. We'll start with you, Joe. What do you got for us, Joe? What do you got?
Hold on, I'm in the middle of a sip.
Middle of a sip.
Let's go ahead and hit the elephant in the room. Batman Urban Legends.
No.
How great was this book, right? I mean, it has everything. It has a little bit of action, a little bit of a romance story, and then some weird garbage at the end. So that's everything you need. But somehow or another, I'm still going to blast it. Also, no offense, but making Robin gay, again, why is this a surprise to everybody? The dude literally runs around in his underwear, wears a cape. Have you not been to a gay parade? Like that's the thing, right? So I don't know why
I haven't.
Yeah, you have.
Fucking Baltimore.
So all in all, I could care less what Robin is or what he wants to sleep with. I don't read these comic books because I want a romance novel. I read these because I want to see a hero's arc or some villainous shit go on, not who somebody decides that they want to be with for the rest of their life because it's true love. I don't care about that. So all in all, because it's a boring read and it's a very superficial reason why they love each other, like just shallow as all shit, I'm blasting this.
He's not gay. He's bisexual. Is there a difference?
He's gay.
Throw that out there. Okay,
Gay.
Mike. What do you think of it?
Means? Bisexual means, by the way, I'm gay.
Okay.
Tonight's the night we'll be going off air for good.
Yeah. Apparently, according to your name tag, Robin is really laying the eggs now. You must really like this book there, Mike.
Oh, I absolutely love this. It's my pick of the week. No, I actually stopped buying Urban Legends, but once I found out Zealot was in it, I picked it up because she's awesome, or she used to be until this book. And then there's a Black Canary story that I cared enough. Jacko's up in this bitch.
What's up, Jacko?
But this book is garbage. I'm blasting it. Uh-oh, my dog is dreaming again. This cover's really good, and then they have a Black Canary cover that's really hard to get a hold of. I was able to get one. It's in the mail. But yeah.
Yes, Joey, it's true love, like me and Michael's friendship.
No, you're not getting my Usagi book.
I didn't even pick it up, even though there was the key issue this week, if you want to call it a key issue. I didn't even bother. I was like, nope, I haven't even been picking it up, so I definitely did do it. And in the chat too, did you pick up that book this week? What did you think? Do you think having that character come out is a good thing for the comic moving forward, or what? So
he's only been around for 30 years or so.
Yeah.
Why now? When I first heard that, Robin came out, I thought they were going to do Red Hood.
Oh, I would have dropped DC completely. I would have said, "Fuck you, DC. I'm done."
I thought the same thing.
You guys are just horrible people, man. Two people find each other and love each other. I would imagine being gay is like hanging out with your best dude friend like all the time. Like you watch football, you don't get nagged at, you split up the responsibilities of the house equally, shit like that. Like that.
Work on cars, you go hunting, right, all that stuff, right?
Yeah. That's what it's like to me.
We need original. I was just reading Miss So's post. Yeah, I mean,
want me to read it? As an LGBTQ person, I'm tired of sexuality swapping of characters who have been straight for decades. We need original characters, not swapping established characters. Lazy writing to me.
You're absolutely
thank you.
Right.
Appreciate that.
They said he's bisexual because he was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not. He's not gay. He's bisexual.
Jubilee during the Marvel versus DC shit back in the day.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he actually. I don't know. Bruce Zayas is up in this bitch. I love Bruce.
Yeah.
I've said it before when they do this kind of stuff, whether it's what race, gender, or sexuality. If I was a member of these organizations or these groups or other things, if I was a member of them, I would personally be offended by it that you would take something as well known, because now you're not representing me. You're just cheapening everything that I do and adding it to something else. Like I would feel cheated. Like if one day, if I don't know, what's a famous black superhero? Black Panther, right? All of a sudden Black Panther was middle-aged white guy from the suburbs, right? I'd be like, really? It's kind of like it cheapens it.
Jack Yo says, I was initially pissed about it, but quickly realized this is the new 52/Rebirth, Tim, not the character that we read in the 90s. So, yeah, if it would have been Red Hood or Damien, I would have been a little more upset, I think, about it. But, I mean...
Even Nightwing.
Was it? I'm trying to think. Okay. Yeah, never mind. Okay, I said I didn't pick that book up, even though that was kind of a spec book this week. I was like, nope, not even going to bother with it. I haven't been reading that book. But I did pick up the Commish number 6. Oh, I'm sorry, Joker number 6. I don't know. With no Joker in here at all. This is still just a Commissioner Gordon story of him trying to track down the Joker and stuff like that. I love the issue when he finally caught up with the Joker at that exclusive resort or wherever he was hiding out, and all those gangs were coming in after him to kill him, and Gordon and Joker need to work together to try to survive it, and then all that just went away. It just disappeared. I'm like, this is not a Joker story. This is a Commissioner story. He's talking about his story about, promised to take his wife to Paris, and then a case was about to break. He didn't want to let his other co-workers get it, so he canceled the trip and never went back there at all. I'm like, dude, come on. I don't want to see that. I want to see crazy-ass Joker. I want to see them pull Commissioner Gordon in, like at the end of that one issue, and have them team up in order to survive. That's what I want to see. That's really what I want. I did pick up this is a Terry Dawson cover. I really like this one. But overall, man, give me more Joker. That's what I want. This is a blast for me, but I'll probably continue to pick it up because I'm thinking they're going to have more Joker later on. But come on, give me more Joker. What about you, Mike? What do you think of Joker number 6?
I don't know. I didn't read it.
You didn't read it?
Yeah, because there's no Joker in it.
Yeah. So I don't mind diversity in comics, but it feels forced over the past few years. If they make Batman bi, I'm done. LOL. Mars says, yeah, the Tim from the 90s is my favorite Robin. Mars says, yeah, that cover I picked up, the Dawson was so pretty. And then we got, I agree with you about Joker number 6. It shouldn't be a Joker book. It's a Gordon boring book. Yes, it is. What about you, Joe? What did you think of Joker? Did you read it?
Yeah, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like a yo-yo. I had the Joker got away. I had the Joker got away. This family of cannibals, that's kind of interesting, but it's not enough to maintain my interest, really. Like it's a family full of cannibals. We've seen this. It's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You just made them rich. That's all it really is. Right? We get it. And you're going to put a mask on one of them. Yeah, it's not terribly original by no means. But that's about the only thing that's keeping my interest in this. Otherwise, this would have been the last issue for me, and I would have dropped it. But that's keeping me held on. So you got me for another $5 when it come back out.
And no Harley Quinn in there like that cool cover either. It kind of reminded me of that Adam Hughes cover a little bit. That really popular Harley Quinn cover B. Okay, that's wondering why I picked it up. Miss So said, I've been meaning to pick up Joker, but certain issues have been sold out.
Yep.
Mike, what do you got for your first book you want to talk about tonight?
The first book. Let's talk. I'm just going to get this one out of the way real quick, and then we'll talk about a real book. Masters of the Universe Revelation number 2. I don't even want to talk about it, so it's a blast.
You were super excited about it too when you're in your video on your channel. You said, "Oh, right, this is more of a Skeletor book," and you were like super excited.
Yeah.
But
They did anybody else? I know Joey didn't read it because I watched his video. Did you read it, Dave?
I did not read it. I have it, but I after the first one, I didn't even want. And after watching this series, I wasn't super.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. We'll talk about a good book.
Okay.
We'll talk about Camp PC, the Dragon Incident.
I've heard people talk about this. What did y'all think of it?
I thought it was great, actually. So a long time ago, basically, the dragons on Earth. I I don't think they even say that it's Earth.
No, I don't think they do either.
Dragons made peace with the humans, and land treaties and all that hoo-ha. Fast forward into the future, it's basically New York. There's a guy, Sonny Campese, who is basically in the mob, and all of a sudden a dragon flies into we'll call it New York, and basically he's threatening to burn the city down. So basically ends with this mob enforcer going to try to save New York. So I thought it was really good. I'm interested. It reminded me of Sopranos meets Reign of Fire.
Ooh, okay, good.
Yeah, I kind of got that. I got Sopranos and Dragonheart because they talk about that a little bit in the backstory of that, where there was a peace between dragons and humans. And then the one king died, and his son or whoever took over as the king said, nope, you know what? That treaty's gone. We're going to wipe you out. And so he comes in and wipes out almost all the dragons. But this dragon has come back in the future now, says, I want this family. I want his descendants. I want them dead. And this is what the dragon is doing. He's kind of almost like an enforcer coming in. Dead. I want him dead. Yeah. But it seems weird that this guy, he goes in there and makes sure there's no trouble in the neighborhood, brings his bat and stuff in and tries to, muscle people out. How's he going to muscle a dragon? That's what I got to know. That's kind of interesting. I don't know what a bat's going to do to a dragon and just freaking toast him. I wasn't a fan of Sopranos, so, that whole mob thing, really? It doesn't do much for me.
Sopranos was awesome.
No, not a big fan.
I can't wait for that movie to come out. That prequel movie. Yeah. Anyway, Miss Sosa, Reign of Fire was so good. I still love that movie. That's one movie I could watch over and over again.
That movie happened, because it came out like 20 years ago. That was 2021. It was maybe 10 years ago. Sorry, but it came out a while ago. But the future was set in 2021. That's for sure. I remember that because I remember watching and I go, holy crap, is that what's coming next? We got COVID, we got fires, we got earthquakes and buildings coming down. Now we got dragons coming. 2021, man. What else is going to be coming in here? You wish?
Yeah.
Okay, Joe. What do you got?
Batman 89? I know both of you got this.
Yeah, I did.
So, a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
It's not actually about Batman. We're going to read about Two-Face, Mr. Calrissian himself. What's that dude's name?
Billy D. Williams.
That's it. Billy D. I cannot remember that in my video to save my life. So we're going to focus on that one from the movie. He's kind of the main lead in this character. I have this sneaky suspicion they're going to do that bullshit lazy writing thing now where they're going to be like, yeah, he's a villain, but environmental situations made him that way. So he's really a good guy. They're kind of setting up for that now, and it's fucking annoying. They did that with Maleficent. They did it with Cruella de Vil. They've done it with Captain Hook. Like, that's the thing to do now. And I think it's stupid because it doesn't it means there's no bad guy in the story, right? So I want a hero's arc. I want a great story, and I'm not getting it. So I think you need to go back to pushing Schmaltz Liquor or whatever fuck commercials you were in back in the day.
You remember those commercials?
All right, go be smooth someplace and just like hurry up and get to the point to where we have a conflict, we have somebody being villainous instead of well, I'm trying my best because I'm going to be a bad guy. It's stupid. It's stupid and it's a blast. But I'll pick up the next issue because I'm a sucker.
You talked about how all these Disney characters, especially, or maybe not Disney, but other stories about Maleficent and Hook, and all the he's not bad or they're not bad. They're just misunderstood. It was something like you said that brought it on to him to be evil. They were not evil to start, but they turned out evil because somebody did something to them.
good point. Yeah, the Easter eggs on the first page. He's right. There was a lot of great Easter eggs in it. But that's all this thing was. It's just a
Oh
bunch
wow,
of
I did not know that. I'm looking right now. Okay, I
yeah.
see.
It's a bunch of memory pills. That's all it is. Hey, remember this thing, or don't you like this? You know, it's here. Now I'm going to tell you a really bad story, and I was like, it just kind of let me down a little bit.
So, yeah, I was talking about like how all those characters are not evil, inherently evil, right? They were created to be evil. I've been waiting and waiting for the Hitler, the movie. You know, it's like he's not a bad guy. He was his environment that changed him. You know, I've always joked around about like that. You know,
Somebody's going to catch this video. They're going to clip that section out of it, and you'll never live it down.
Yeah, probably will. And like, oh, local comic guy, Hitler enthusiast. This was supposed to be a first appearance of a new Robin. I see the cameo of a new Robin, or whatever that is. You know, the Batman '89 Robin. But yeah, this was just because Batman '89 is such a pivotal movie when it comes to comic book movies, because one was like really widely accepted and loved. And so why not go back to that? Why not throw that some of the nostalgia back in there? So go back to the Keaton Batman and give somebody a little bit of love. Because really, I think we're probably the average age of the comic book reader. Maybe 10 years, maybe right in the middle there. I don't like that he's smiling on the front either. I don't like my Batman smiling. I want him brooding.
This has great potential to it, but I seriously, I'm specking on this, that this is going to be another, like I said earlier, the bad guy's not really a bad guy. It's this thing. And it is a first issue, but to be honest, if you look at the issue count on this, it's only 6 issues. So if you're going to set up a story in here, other than Harvey Dent having a problem with Batman, which we already knew, what exactly are you setting up in here other than a please understand this misunderstood villain story at this point, if this is your first issue? I hope I'm wrong. Like, I legit, because I love that Batman. I think that would be awesome.
I think Legion has his math off a little bit. It's not 23 years ago. It's more like 33 years ago. It definitely is, 1990 has been 30 years. So, character's pretty old now, or that movie is. Mike, what do you think of Batman '89?
Oh, highly disappointed. Highly disappointed. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was just boring.
That's it? That's all you got?
That's it, man. That's
all
it.
I got.
Man, when Batman first hit the theaters back, '89?
Oh, yeah. Man. Everything was Batman.
Everyone was wearing. It was culturally. I mean, I don't know how to. Like I said in my video, then the Batman ride came out at Six Flags.
Oh yeah.
Me and my buddy Ed, oh man, everything was Batman. They had the Batmobile set up, but yeah, man, this book didn't. I don't think I'm going to be buying issue 2 either. So, go fuck yourself.
Wow.
I remember being so excited to go see it in the movie theater. It came out when I was in middle school, and my dad was getting ready to take me to the movie theater, and I was a smart ass, and I said something wrong to my dad, and I did not get to go to the movies. I got grounded.
Did you say go fuck yourself?
No, I didn't say that. I wouldn't be here today if I would have said that to my father.
You burned him alive in his sleep. Movie.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't be here. I would not be speaking on this YouTube channel. It would have been somebody else in my place. Let's talk about. There really wasn't a whole lot of stashes for me this week. Most of them are kind of just like one of the mill. Nothing really shot out to me. This was the only one I really enjoyed. And that is Defenders #1. I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed this book. I thought it was good. And of course, we get the Masked Rider, which really hasn't really shown up much in Marvel, other than that Marvel Comics 1000. So I'm kind of nice to see him kind of pull back into there.
Mask. I love what they did with the mask in that. It makes so much sense.
I like the fact of that they're putting fate up to choose the people who's going to fight. Versus, like, I'm going to pick this guy because he has this strength and this guy because this strength. And it's kind of like throwing the cards out there and letting fate make its choice. And talking about how magic, of course, magic has a cost. and how much magic is going to pull. And then we get this cool reveal of Galactus at the end too, and what they're going to do with that. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Mike's freaking out over it. He's like, "What in the hell are you talking about?" But I really enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to issue 2. It's a stash. Mike, apparently you did not like it.
No,
now you got to change your opinion.
Yes, sir. I hated it. I hated all the characters in it.
Really?
I hated Vegetable Galactus or whatever the fuck he is. And I guess Galactus's mom is going to be in the next issue.
Think about giving birth to that thing. Woo!
Where is that book? Oh, here.
Look at that helmet alone, dude, coming out. What? That just rips shit up.
Never been a Doctor Strange fan. You got Red Harpy that nobody cares about. This Cloud character apparently was the original Defender, but nobody cares about her either. Silver Surfer, he's cool. And the Mask, whatever he is, he's cool too, but I don't know. I'm not buying issue 2. I know that. Beautiful Ron Lim cover, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I just don't care about these characters.
I'm thinking Joe's gonna like it. What do you think of it, Joe?
I did. I loved it. It was like woo woo times woo woo squared. It was awesome. There's so much woo woo in this. It's ridiculous. We got cosmic woo woo happening out there in the universe, and then we got magical woo woo stuff happening, and we're gonna collide it, and then we're gonna sit in this little middle place where it's supposed to all make sense, but it's all woo woo. So you can say whatever and do whatever you want, and the book is not trying to hide it in any way. It's like, this is magical nonsense. We don't know anything about the universe or time, but you know what? We're just going to jump on this train and we're going to ride it to the tunnel and see what happens. Now, I do agree with Mike on one thing. I don't care about Red Harpy. I think that's a very boring character. It's just another strong, not able to speak very well character that's supposed to be the brute. I think that's kind of boring, right? But all in all, this is one of my favorite type of story arcs. It's a quest story, right? I love a good quest story. And that's really what this is at the end of the day. And I like this Nebula character. I don't know much about her. I love Black Mask, his whole mask, with it being a piece of the essence of eternity, one of my favorite Marvel characters. And his deal is he can kind of mimic whoever he's fighting, right? He can mimic everything they do. Not like Taskmaster, but like powers and all, right? So I hope they kind of dive into that, because that's what we were promised before. I could care less about Doctor Strange. Magic's magic. Make it any character you want. Silver Surfer being in it, I kind of like it, but I kind of want to see their own identities in this to see if we can actually get a true, quest type story happening in this with different identities, different voices. I think that would be genius. I will be picking up issue 2 of this, and this was a stash for me.
Yeah, I like the fact that when Doctor Strange was trying to essentially reveal his identity of the Masked Raider, and he couldn't do it because the mask wouldn't allow him to do it. And he's like, what the hell? I can't get this figured out. But Spark says that he liked Not All Robots, based on our review from last week.
I'm glad you enjoyed that. I thought that was a fun read too.
Hey, real quick, did you pick up Not All Robots last week, Mike?
I haven't. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, that's a good book.
I got the American Gothic cover.
Yeah.
See, I do Defenders. Mike, you're up. What do you got, man?
Let's do Silver Coin number 5.
Oh, okay. Let's not. Sorry,
Did you not pick that up?
I didn't pick it up. I haven't.
So the last 2 issues were kind of a letdown. This one is the final issue of this arc, and it's called Silver Coin. No, it's called Covenant. It is, you actually get to see the Silver Coin get cursed and how it happens, and basically it goes back. I want to say that during the Salem Witch era, there's a witch and she's performing tasks for the villagers, and I don't know what the guy is. We'll just call him a priest, and he goes and buys information from this lady with the silver coin, and finds out this chick's a witch and she's worshiping the devil, blah blah blah. And as she's being hung, she actually curses this coin, and that's how the silver coin becomes a silver coin. And I'm stashing it. I'm excited. They got a whole new bunch of writers. Ram V is going to be one of the writers for the next arc, so really cool. I enjoyed this issue. So
yeah, I know you've been a fan of that issue since it came out. I was reading through here. I picked up Batman: The Adventures Continue Season 2. I don't think anybody else is picking this up on the panel here. Do you guys know who Jazz Boy is, or Jazz Man? Not Jizz Man, Jazz Man.
Who's Jizz Man?
I don't know. That's
why did you have to clarify that? That was weird.
That's the the adult industry, film. When they do a parody of a comic book, he's in that. This is Jazz Man or Jazz Boy. So really, he's only appeared on the DC or the Batman the Animated Series. That's the only place he's ever appeared, and he's in this book here. So what his thing is anytime he kills somebody, he creates a music to go along with it, and he gets it tattooed on his body. So kind of always, getting tatted up with different notes and stuff like that.
I'm assuming so. Like if you kill somebody, it's like
skid up, dip. yeah, pretty much. So, but we get a little retcon here. So, Batgirl's trying to catch him because he's the one who shot Gordon in the animated series. That TMI, Dave. In the Batman Animated Series cartoon, he actually shot Gordon and injured him. So Batgirl's trying to get him. Huntress is trying to get him because he was there when Huntress's family got killed, by the mob. He was there playing a piano, and he had this very tune he loved, and he played that piano. So that song's in her head constantly throughout this whole time she's been trying to find him. And so they actually end up catching him. He ends up getting thrown in jail. Of course, the Batgirl's trying to say, we can't kill him. We got to put him in jail. And the last panel, I think Huntress ends up killing him while he's in his jail cell. So, again, if you like Batman animated series, this is right up your alley. I think this is good stuff. Jizzman is Michael's porn name.
Who said that?
Who do you think said that? Who do you think would say that?
I don't know. Who wears a brony shirt? Oh.
No.
The new
I'm bringing a shirt when I go to Virginia. I'm wearing a shirt. I'm bringing it.
What the fuck you are?
And we are bringing you to Norfolk.
Yeah.
Right in the Tidewater area. Tidewater Drive. You walk up and down Tidewater Drive with a brony shirt on.
Whatever, dude. We should take him to Scotty Quicks with him when he's wearing his brony and leave him.
Anyway, the next writers for the second arc of Silver Coin are Joshua Williamson, Ram V, Vita Ayala, and Matthew Rosenberg. So, if you're a fan of any of those, be on the lookout. Oh, look at this. This is a preview of issue number 6. This kid playing the video game here.
High score.
So, curious. Good stuff.
We missed Joe because Joe went to get a beverage or use the facilities or something. What else do you read this week, Joe? You got something in your stack you think that neither one of us have read?
Hardwire?
I didn't pick it up.
I have it coming. I haven't read it.
I did.
I have the original though.
So it's easy to blow this off as, it's another book where the white guy, took advantage of the black guy, and the black guy's getting blamed. Like, you could do that bullshit trope story with this, but this is so much deeper than that. This is legit deeper. This deals more with take away the color, take away the race thing, because that's not interesting. That doesn't make for good storytelling.
Here, we'll just show this one.
That's a good cover. This is actually about when you do something for somebody and feel that they owe you later because you're being nice to them. That's how I generally read this book, right? And if you look at it that way, it's so much a better story, right? Because you can relate to that. We always have this fallacy of, if I do good things are going to happen to me, right? If you don't know at this point in your life that is bullshit, you should just do good things, right? If you haven't figured that part out yet, don't worry. Pocan Joe's here to help you, right? You should just do good things and not have things come back to you, right? Just do your thing. In this story, we have a guy. He took care of a kid for a while. We got caught up on who Hardwire is. If you don't know who Hardwire is, he's an older character. We kind of rehashed him in this, gave him a little bit of an update, made it a little bit of a cooler story, but it really hasn't changed that much. Basically, it's like a black Tony Stark, just cooler, like Billy D. It's like Billy. They should have made this dude look like Billy D. Oh my God, that would have been awesome. So this is a stash for me, and it was damn near my pick of the week until something else popped up on my pull. But I enjoyed this. This is a stash for me.
That must be the original from the 90s.
Yeah.
This one, yeah. Jimmy Palmiotti cover.
I have no clue. I have no information on that character at all. I have no clue to powers, nothing.
It's basically a suit. A guy, something happened to him, right? A MacGuffin happened to him, and he's embedded in this suit now. And his computer system is called Pops because it's voiced after his father. So it's like Jarvis. Like there's a lot of similarities there, but the actual backstory to it is a lot different.
I picked up the spy book of the week, and that is Pennyworth, number 1 of 7.
Man.
This was utter disappointment for me too. I'm not a big spy fan. I'm not a big 007 fan. I've watched the Daniel Craig ones. I'm not a big fan. The Lombard should say, guys, if they're watching this, they're gonna boot me out of their fan club completely. They love Bond over there, so I'm not a huge Bond fan. And this is all this was. It was essentially just like a James Bond and how he got started with the MI6, I think, in here, and a couple missions he was on. I don't know. It's just not something I'm interested in knowing his backstory. I don't know why I even picked it up then if that's the case. But unfortunately, this was a blast for me. I'm not picking up any more issues. I'm not going to be completing this miniseries of 7 issues to figure out what Pennyworth did at MI6. So unfortunately, it's a blast for me. What about you? And Mike said you didn't pick it up, but Joe, what do you think of Pennyworth? Penny.
This is boring.
Yeah.
It's the best way I can put it. Like I read through this and I was expecting some cool spy stuff, but all the cool spy stuff was so much inundated with all this other BS stuff that I really didn't care about, that it just kind of took away from that. And the spy stuff wasn't even about spy stuff. It was about his possible relationship with his partner. Like that's what they focused on. And I'm like, seriously, you're going into the bottom of a ship and you're going to take on like a mutant that can shoot guns and stuff. And I got 4 pages, which is 27 panels of you having like snarky conversations with this other person who, by the way, if you're an MI6 and you're like, and we were able to keep the fact that we grew up together away from MI6, either 2 things are happening right now. You're either an ignorant writer or you think your audience is ignorant. One or the other at that point. Because no. You grew up in the same house together. And it's that just laziness right there that just really kind of drove me crazy about this book. Also, I don't care what happened to him as a kid when his dad was a butler. Like, I know that's a horrible thing to say. I'm sure it's a big plot point, but no lessons were learned other than that rich people are bad.
Yeah.
Pretty much
they are capitalist people.
Got it. But we're going to run down that rabbit hole and play that. And seriously, these are so common now That they're literally the new comic book trope. Superheroes don't land on one knee anymore. Rich people are evil. Rich people are evil, and the audience is stupid, apparently. I don't know what's going on in this book, but it's a blast for me. As a matter of fact, it's not even a blast because I wouldn't waste the ammunition on it. I'd probably just throw it in a dollar auction. If somebody really wanted it, I'd take a quarter for it.
You're saying the MI6 would be able to find them out. They had a relationship for this. It's not like the sloppy like the CIA we have here. Nothing like
right.
that. You know?
Like,
yeah.
Legitimately, they were like, and we were able to keep it away from MI6 that we grew up in the same house together. And I'm like, player, are you serious? Did this writer just sit there and put that in a comic? Like, come on, man.
Mike, did you even pick it up?
Hell no.
Yeah. Mark was saying that asked if we'd watched the Pennyworth TV show and that this is a companion show. I didn't even know it was a show until I read this book.
So somebody told me about that today, and they were promiscuous time traveler. Told me to go watch the show. He gave me the channel. It's on one of the streaming channels. I got to pull that. Basically, it's
which is everybody.
And he's convinced that that's going to convince me that this is actually a good book. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to give it a shot. I'll watch a couple episodes tonight. We'll see what happens. But again, MI6 is going to know if you lived in the same house with somebody forever. What are you doing?
You could bounce quarters off that thing. Ding.
Mama's got the jiggles. That's actually a local artist here. It says, Joe, there's a new series called Eat the Rich coming out by Boom. You might like the trailer for that one. I think I have that ordered already.
That out. I would definitely check that out. Yeah. I mean,
Mike?
I'm not in favor of eating the rich because
I'm
going to be eating. I'm rich. I do what I want.
What do you got, Mike?
I have 2 picks of the week.
Oh, snap. You can't have 2. You can only have 1. You're allowed to have 1. That's it. That's the cap.
All right. Well, then this ain't my pick of the week. This is my runner-up.
Okay. What is it?
From the world of Black Hammer, the unbelievable.
Really? Sorry, go ahead. Good. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your review.
So, you don't have to be a fan of any of the Black Hammer books to really get into this one. Book opens up, comic book writer / artist. She's at a con. She's doing her thing. She does this book called The Unbelievable Unteens. And these characters right there, one of the characters actually walks up to her and explains it. All this is real. This is happening. And so basically this book that this artist has been drawing and writing is like, I can't explain this. I'm tired. Dave, take it over.
Yeah, so the ghost that ended up showing up in her apartment, she thinks she hasn't slept for like 4 days or something like that, or she's exhausted from running to the cons, and so she thinks she's kind of hallucinating until he starts explaining to her, he died going to hell trying to save another character. He's dead. He's a ghost, and so he's trying to prove it to her that the stories that she's writing are actually adventures that they had went on. And so she's just taking her stories and putting them into the comic books. So everybody else thinks that these are just stories that she made up, but they're actually stuff that she and her team of unbelievable unteens had done. There's like a group of 5, it's the way that. But for me, I'm not a fan of the Black Hammer universe. I didn't even know this was Black Hammer until I started reading it and go, wait a minute, that kind of sounds familiar. Oh, okay, from the world of Black Hammer. That made a lot more sense to me. Jeff Lemire is not one of my favorite writers. I know a lot of people like Jeff Lemire.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, he's not for me. But yeah, I'm not too interested in really picking up any more of this. At the end of the book, she does have that realization that, oh yeah, wait, the memory comes back. She was this teen because she got so mad and she engulfed herself in flames. That was one of her powers as one of the unbelievable unteens.
Yeah, that's her up there.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's not a book for me. I missed out on that. Only reason I would have bought Black Hammer back when it came out would have been probably just as a spec book, and I totally missed it. I remember seeing numerous number ones on the shelf, and I didn't grab one of them. So
what's really good from the Black Hammer is that Skull Digger and Skeleton Boy.
Yeah. That's really is that Lemire too?
I'm not too sure, but it's kind of like Batman and Robin.
With a Punisher,
which Rob
Punisher?
Yeah,
which Robin? No, we talking Tim Drake Robin, or are we talking Red Hood Robin, or are we talking Damian Robin?
Damian.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a new Tim Drake we're talking about. So, did you read Unbelievable Unteens, Joe?
No, I was drinking.
I think sometimes we all needed to do a little of that.
Sleeper Reader said Skull Digger.
He said it was Lemire, yeah. I just saw that.
Oh, it is? Okay. Okay, so I guess Lemire kind of has that whole Black Hammer universe, and he's taking all those characters and stuff and doing it. I think Sleepy Reader's a fan of Jeff Lemire. If I remember right, watching some of his videos, I believe so, but I'm not 100% sure.
I'm sure he'll let us know in a second, but I do believe you're right. I've heard his reviews too.
Yeah. Joe, you're up. We got like 10 minutes left in the show here. If there are any books that came out this week you want us to talk about, make sure you get them in now so we can get them in. But Joe, you go ahead.
I want to talk about my pick of the week. You know me, I'm going to go local. Delta Dog 16 came out. If you don't know, we've interviewed the writer for this. Every time I pick up an issue of this, I talk about it because I genuinely love this story. I want to be very clear on this. I don't get my comic books for free from them. I buy them like everybody else. I've supported their GoFundMe. They got some things that may be happening in the works with some animation. They're trying to figure that out. But I really enjoy Delta Dogs. I don't want to do a recap on the total Delta Dog saves because this is a very complex story, but it has so much heart in it, and it has a great hero's arc where people actually learn things in it. And in this one, we find out that, family is everything, but sometimes your family's not always right. And you may have to step out of your family sometimes to get things done, right? I know that's a hard pill to swallow. I know that's not the nice thing to say, but let's be honest. We all got that shit cousin. Like, let's just throw that out there, right? We got this shit cousin.
Or preferred uncle, yeah.
Yeah, or whatever the case. We got that horrible person that we know we can't stand to see at family events. I would think that that's a safe bet, right? Not that happened in here, but sometimes family just kind of, they're not going to feel you on certain things. And that happens in here. And it just shows another level of maturity. And the writer actually writing, you could tell a lot of his family is in here. That sometimes you just can't rely on things. And oh my God, it does such a great job. Definitely, I know this isn't out there all over the place, but they have some stuff on Comixology. You can go to their website at Millennial Comics. If it's in a trade back form, I don't think that has happened yet. But the issues are still super cheap right now, just to order online and digitally. I think most people would like this. And the cool thing about this is you always kind of get that, hey, we don't like the gender swapping thing. We don't like, why can't they come up with their own characters, right? That's always the excuse, right? Well, here it is, right? A group of African-American kids right here in Norfolk, Virginia with superpowers, new characters doing their thing. And it is a great story. I would definitely check it out because it's exactly what we've all been saying that have been hard critics on comics. And I enjoy every bit of this. And I would just keep it just for reading again, much less any type of spec that may happen in the future. Good stuff.
I don't think they have any trade yet, do they?
No, they don't have a trade yet. They're working on it. That was part of the GoFundMe thing that they were doing. And they kept it simple and light. And I'm going to see the writer tomorrow at Free Comic Book Day. And I may I may try to do something with them where I put a little money in their pocket, and maybe we could do a variant cover for Blaster Stashin. You guys down with that?
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
We'll talk to them
Yeah.
about
So,
it.
are you going to personally put their hand in their pocket, or I mean, a little?
What?
That dude might whip my ass. He's younger than me. I'm just saying.
I love it when I can say
You-
Mike to say what. What in the hell are you talking about? That makes my night. That makes this show great
I'm
because
gonna
I
have
can
to
do that.
text Vonell and tell him you're talking shit about him.
No,
so when you
Joe's the
come
one
down
talking
here-
about touching him.
Speaking of which, we didn't hear anything about Cletus with a K.
I haven't talked to Cletus with a K in a while. I think something happened.
No, his specs definitely probably got him ass kicked. People would buy all those books out with.
Well, we still haven't seen a meat and potatoes cover either.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, I haven't done it yet. Hold on a
Can we
second.
get our ooh la la?
Where is it?
Hold on.
Where's his?
Ooh la la.
Where's your meat and potato pick, Mike?
Hold on,
What do you
working
got?
on it. Working on it.
Working on it. Should have had it ready.
Well, I didn't know I was going to be doing this, but it's right here.
Dead air.
How'd you
No,
not know
no,
you're
no,
going to
no.
do it? We do it every week.
There you go.
It should be a surprise.
No, we haven't done it in a while, actually. So this is Nathan Zerdy. What is this?
Can you enlarge him so we can actually see the boobies on this?
I don't like enlarging Mike. It just makes me feel uncomfortable.
For those of you not Star Wars fan, this is Talon, Sith, obviously. But yeah,
Are those scars or is that just her body markings?
that's tattoos.
Oh, okay.
Classy.
Classy. I'll talk about one more book real quick, and that Detective Comics 1041. I think it's really cool. We get throwback Batman costume, the gray and blue, which I really like that costume. So Bruce Wayne or Batman's all his bases are pretty much destroyed. He can't get to any of his equipment, but he has a secret cache that Oracle sends him to, and he gets it. It's one of his classic Batman costumes. He goes to find the jury because they're expecting him to show up, and that's Penguin. I think it's Mr. Worth and a whole bunch of cast of characters that are in there. And toward the end of the book, Batman, of course, gets attacked, and then now he's part of Vile. Now he got infected with Vile. We've kind of seen this before a little bit with the Batman Who Laughs. We've kind of seen it a little bit with a Vampire Batman, where Batman kind of goes evil and stuff like that. Nothing new there, but overall, I think this is a great issue. I do like where they're going with it. Huntress can feel the Batman turn because she's in the hive mind with Vile. So it's because she got cured of it, but definitely it's a stash for me. I do like the blue and gray suit. Definitely reminds me of the 80s, 70s kind of Batman. But good stuff though. Definitely a stash for me. Mike, you read Detective this week?
No. I had to think about it for a minute. Sorry.
Legion says those are lightsaber fuck ups. That's what those are in training.
What? Those are lightsaber what?
F-ups. F-ups.
Swinging the lightsaber around.
Tech was good. Looked very Jim Lee-ish. Love the Dan Moore art. I've been liking Dan Moore's art on that as well. And Double S, the blue and gray batsuit was cool. Joe, what'd you think of Detective Comics this week?
I like this, but it's called Detective Comics, and nobody's figured out that the guy with the last name of Vile is the one infecting everybody. Like, just off of a hunch, like Bullock should have figured that one out.
It's kind of like Wuhan.
Like, hey, let's go ask a guy a question, right? Anyway, that's fine. I'm liking this. I like the whole concept of a jury, a kangaroo court trying to trial Batman. I think it's very relative to today, where everything was based off of emotion. somebody took advantage of the motion, and somebody that's actually trying to use logic and reason is being denounced over somebody who's just louder. I thought that was very relevant to today. So I very much enjoyed this for the most part. So yeah, good book, Stash.
Okay, we got to do it. Lightning round. Jump into it, Mike. What do you got for your lightning round?
All right,
Give us some goodness.
We'll start with my pick of the week.
You didn't even get your pick of the week out in a review? You left it for the lightning round?
You wouldn't let me. You say you can only have one.
Hey, Mike, what's your next book? We can fix this.
Daredevil number 33, pick of the week. We find out why there are 3 bullseyes running around. Kingpin wanted the perfect assassin, so he's like, fuck it, let's clone Bullseye and have 3 of them. So there's 3 bullseyes, and they're fighting Electro / Daredevil. There's actually a great quote in here from Bullseye, one of the bullseyes. Let me find it real quick, because this is lightning round. So the bullseyes go, don't you know by now, Red? We don't have a bullet with your name on it. We have bullets that spell out your name, and we're gonna put 6 of them into you until you scream for the last letter. Basically, these 3 bullseyes fuck up Elektra. She's like half dead. The only thing she could do is fire a gun into the air, and it just so happens that Iron Man and Spider-Man are hanging out up there somewhere, and they go to save her. Over in with Daredevil in prison, he's basically become the kingpin of this jail, and at the end, he's sitting on top of. Let me show you the picture of all the desks and shit when they started the riot. So,
nice.
If you ain't fucking reading Daredevil right now, something's wrong with you.
Something's wrong with me. Yeah, I'm not reading Daredevil.
But yeah, that's my pick of the week, man. Great fucking cover too. I also read this is from last week actually, King Grimlock. Grimlock being one of my favorite Transformers next to Shockwave. So this was good. Spider-Man, Spider Shadow, number 5, last issue. Or is it? Another good issue.
Or is it?
Is Kingpin going to become Venomized? Probably. Miles Morales, number 29. Go fuck yourself, Marvel, with this new costume design. Really?
I almost picked that up because I wanted to see it. No, I didn't see it.
You want to see it?
I was like, yeah, sure, show us that turd.
Now, Miles Morales, just that costume right there is pretty badass.
Is it his shoes? I noticed this is the one that had the shoes on the cover, right? Or is that another issue? Huh. That's pretty lame.
I hate when they put clothes on these spider characters. It's just don't make fucking sense.
I like my Spider-Man running around naked.
Last book no, not the last book. Avengers. Tech on Avengers. My God, the art in this is just like the cover. If you're interested, cool Red Skull design. Not my thing though. I also read from last week The Me You Love in the Dark. Blast. Didn't care for it. I also have Star Wars The High Republic number 8. I haven't read yet. Buddy Mask number 3. Justice League Last Ride number 4. Fight Girls number 2.
I missed that one this week.
What else do I have? Joker, you guys already talked about. Detective Comics 1041. And last but not least, X-Men Legends number 6. Oh, I also picked up Tankers #1.
Is that any good? Because
I haven't read it yet.
People raving about that.
Tankers #2 and Tankers #3. For those of you who are interested in this book, you go to Comics Elite right now and get them all for cover price, which is what I did to see. Great covers though. Great covers if you're into dinosaurs, I guess.
What do you got, Joe, for your lightning round?
Got a glass full of whiskey. All right.
A glass full of alcoholism.
White #2. It's politically driven. It's race driven. It's race baiting. It's so obvious it's race baiting that the story it's not even important. What is important in here? It's basically a Claremont X-Men type story in here. That's really what this is at the end of the day, and I'm enjoying that part of it. So I'll continue reading that. Fantastic Four, 1980s. It's great to go back to the 80s, but this book was boring.
I dropped that.
Yeah, Johnny Blaze dies in it, and no real 80s references in it. That Ronald Reagan and the Star Wars system, missile system back in the day. I thought that was kind of cute how they did instead of out there, let's point it at the Russians, because that's how we thought in the 80s, apparently.
Yeah, fuck the Russians.
Infinite Frontier. This book's getting more and more confusing to me. Like, they keep trying to explain this kind of the new rules of the multiverse, and it just kind of falls in on itself as they try to explain it. It doesn't make much sense to me. But I'll continue reading it because, again, I don't know much about all these other type of lanterns out there. And this zombie dark lantern, black lantern thing, it intrigues me. So I will throw money at it. This is interesting. So Future State Gotham. For the longest time, I could not figure out why I was liking this. And it kind of reminded me of Korean manga. And if you don't know Korean manga versus other types of manga out there, and I only know Korean manga because I was there for a while, but they have a very unique way of not really doing a whole lot of art in the background, but keeping everything forward, right? So they would do stuff like this. Like you would get more splash pages like this. And it was very intriguing. I love the art in this. In this one, we got Harley Quinn, Punchline, and a new character, first appearance, Panic Hunter, or Hunter Panic, whatever. It's another character, and it's kind of all of them kind of fighting together, and they're kind of weird manga. It's very mongish. I don't even know if that's a word. We just made a new word on Blaster Stashin. Mongish. It's very mongish, and it's still very entertaining at the same time, and I enjoyed it, and I'll keep picking that up. Just get some more of that. Last Ride loves to throw some word salad, but they're using word salad as a manipulation technique through Lobo, which is fun. It's fun for the most part. You get a lot of cool characters in here, including Cyborg, Superman from back in the day, because let's be honest, DC's all about those memory pills. You got to get, that's what I call nostalgia now. Challenge of the Super Sons. So the most stupidest thing ever happened in here. First off, let me go ahead and say this out loud. I don't like Aquaman. I don't like anything about Aquaman. I don't think Aquaman's a particularly interesting character. The fact that he can talk to fish, I can make fish do the same thing if I feed them. So I really don't get his superpower. But in this, apparently the writer doesn't get his superpower either, because the thing that's supposed to secretly kill him was a kraken, a giant octopus. I don't know why the Super Sons had to step in on this one, because like couldn't he just turn around and do his little boop, 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 right? Remember that from the cartoon? Right? So apparently they did that anyway. But what does make this interesting is that apparently when they thought it was going to be their dads that were going to be the next one, the next people on the scroll, it turns out it's actually them. So the rules to the game is you got to save the person, but you can't let them know. So how do they save each other without the other one knowing, Robin being who Robin is? Or how do you save yourself without knowing? that's an interesting question, and that's probably what's going to keep me jumping on board with this. Kiss came out with a new comic book this week. If you've never read a Kiss comic book, like this isn't new. But what is new about this one, and it's very tropey. Billionaire, eccentric billionaire, tech genius, brings heavy metal band out because there's something special in them, yada, yada, yada. But I love this constant Godzilla dinosaur foot dropping on everybody, and it makes me laugh. And if my comic book picks up some more of this, I'll just do this because it's Kiss. Like, how can you not buy something with Kiss in it? Like, legit. Last but not least, probably the most interesting thing I read this week is Ordinary Gods. I really enjoy this. I love the fact that they're kind of playing with reincarnation, but just kind of redefined. Like, reincarnation only happens with these gods that are from apparently another world. Earth's a prison. But then they kind of flip the script on this whole guardian angel thing where they're actually prison guards that are meant to keep you on Earth if you're one of these gods. And the cool thing is our hero back in the day was apparently Stalin. So it's kind of hard to recover as a hero from there. So let's see where this takes us, because God knows I'm interested in a villain trying to be a hero. That's always interests me. And that's my haul this week.
That first issue, Ordinary Gods, the one with the dildo grabbing, wasn't it? Remember they went to that video game machine and they're thinking, yeah, I think that's what it.
You really let me down sometimes.
Sorry.
I'm joking.
It's not that hard to do. Nah, Double S says, anybody going to their comic store for free comic book day tomorrow? I might make it the very end. My store closed at 4 on Saturday, and I got off at 3:30, so I might be able to make it and pick up some stuff, but I don't know. Skybound X number 5, conclusion of The Walking Dead. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm not super thrilled with it. Challenge of Super Sons. Yeah, what's cracking? I like the little play on words there. I thought that was kind of cool. But other than that, this is kind of really hitting the mark for me. Again, Dave focusing on important stuff. What else I didn't read this week? X-Men number 2 picked up I never pronounced the artist's last name. Lee Hawk. Whatever. In Lucky, whatever. That person. Master of the Universe Revelation. Guess I didn't bother reading that. Future State Gotham. I only picked it up just because it was a spec book, just because that first appearance of the character.
It's a good read. You should read it. It's fun.
I was flipping through it when you were talking about it. I'm like, yeah, that kind of looks like cool. You know, look at a lot of action in there, and it's drawn well.
Everything's in grayscale. I learned what the term grayscale meant. I didn't know what that word meant. Somebody taught me Saturday.
I picked up these just because of nostalgia. It's not necessarily comic books, but it's a comic strip. I found a whole bunch of them on eBay for super cheap, and that's the Far Side Gallery. I picked up these. I loved these as a kid, so I grabbed these, and hopefully a lot of great like dad joke material in there. I mean, that's what it was, kind of that dry, dad joke kind of stuff. The other book I picked up this week was Pencil Ink by Frank Cho. The hardbound book on this, pretty cool, but this is like a $40 book. So I grabbed this week. It's supposed to definitely have some nudie stuff in here. I can't really show on YouTube or I'll get banned, but stuff like saying, let me find a page that's not. Oh, I definitely can't show that page. Woo! There you go. Some Jungle Girl stuff like that. Definitely cool stuff. So
the meat and potato. That's Mike's thing. Don't be stepping on Mike's stuff.
I'm not. Didn't mean to step on your meat there, Mike. So that's it. We're going to wrap this baby up. Here, just over a month away. Just over 5 weeks. I'll be headed down that way. That's if they don't. Cancel flights and everything else going on with. Well, my voice is cracked. Jeez, I'm going through puberty.
People are pulling out of cons. All the cons that have been established the rest of the year, they're fuck it, we're done.
Yeah,
but they're also kind of compensating for that. They're bringing in more dealers now too. So I think the states have had enough of this. If an individual wants to leave something, that's fine. But like businesses need to make money. That's legitimately where we're at now.
So yeah, I'm flying out on the 21st. Going to spend a couple days with my son, and then driving up to Virginia to hang out with these two doofuses for a few days. Going to work on a project. Mike's or Joe's got a project we're working on, and just hang out. And
what project is this?
We're building a freaking laser.
You're building a laser. Yeah, Sleepy Rita said just bought tickets to Rose City Comic Con. Ooh, man, I don't know. With the governor just kind of shutting everything down or requiring masks for everything anymore, who knows? I would be going to that, but unfortunately, I'm taking that trip out to Virginia, and I kind of need money for that. So I won't be headed to Rose City this year. Yeah, we're working on lasers with Joe. I figure we have some kind of comic swap we're going to on a Saturday, maybe some other comic book related stuff throughout the week. We'll see what happens.
Also, I have a special promo coming out with all the blasters, Stashin, and our most recent inside jokes that I do every now and then. That's going to be coming out in September to promote the program. So we should have some fun with that. And I didn't ask for anybody's permission because fuck it, I'm rich.
Copyright infringement. Super Rita says you should shrink the moon, or you should fill a room with popcorn kernels and blow it up with your laser.
Love that movie. Real geniuses. We might try to make it powerful enough to pop some popcorn. I don't know if I can do that, but we're going to try.
I definitely need some crotch related protection because I don't want to be at the other end of that laser and get something sizzled off.
Well, but you're not making any more babies. You'll be fine.
Also, no, that's true. I'm not, but I still kind of need
he
that.
He has like 10 of them. I mean, he could.
Right. Miss So, before we head out, hit me up on a DM. The project for you is almost done. I need to know where to mail this to.
Jeez, it's going to cost you $200 to mail. Jeez,
and if you don't want it to go to you, or if you don't want me to have your address, that's fine. I know you and Chip Getler go to the same comic book store, so just do whatever you're comfortable with. But yeah, at the end of the month, I need to ship this someplace. So just.
Double Make X, sure I need your address too because I have something to ship you.
Oh crap! Make sure you write on the outside of the package for Miss So. Say like only worthy mail carriers are able to lift this package, or something like that.
that was the title of my first porn.
Oh my God. Okay. Whether you blast it, whether you stash it, happy reading, and we'll catch you guys next Tuesday. Make sure you come here Tuesday. We are doing that live show, the room tours and Q&A. So definitely come by and check that out. Yes.
How is that gonna work?
I don't know. You're on your phone, right?
I mean, I have lots of rooms.
Just go to whatever room you got to go to. If you got to say, hey, I want to see this, you have to go to that room. It's going to be huffing and puffing. We're going to hear Mike doing that.
That's a good question. I'm assuming I'm taking it to my secret room. You don't want to go to the evil lair. You want to go to the secret lair.
I don't know. We'll see.
Upstairs?
Whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, as long as we don't see any 50 Shades of Grey stuff going on, I don't have a problem.
Sir, don't you judge me.
He does have a nice bathtub.
Whether you blast it or whether you say happy reading, and we'll catch you guys next Tuesday. Make sure you come down next Tuesday. Okay? Let's end with this here real quick.
$1 million.